Just go ahead and bring it.
This is like the giant.
Yeah, right.
Hi, everybody. I would like to term this Alice in Wonderland. If you've ever had an opportunity to go to tax-free weekend shopping here in Houston, you know that it can be quite hectic. And when you combine those with with school shopping, and you're trying to shop for your children, say, I don't know, 2 teenagers and a 5-year-old, you have to go to a store where you'll be able to accommodate all of them. So last August, I went to JCPenney's, one of my favorite stores, and I went in kind of late with my 5-year-old. And I was anticipating getting out of there sometime between 10 a.m. and graduation day. So we got in there, we did all of our shopping, and we were standing in this long line. I'm talking long line. There were at least 8 or 9 people in front of me and my 5-year-old. Now, if you've seen me before, or you were my Facebook friend, you would know a couple of facts about Yolanda. You would know that Yolanda is pretty outgoing. Yolanda likes to talk a lot, and her children are just like her. So my 5-year-old loves to talk. He starts up conversations with everyone. And in the line, he happened to start a conversation with a young lady named Alice. I call her young, even though she is 86 years old, because she had the most beautiful young heart I'd ever met. Somehow, my 5-year-old got to talking to Alice, and before I could turn around, she had asked him a question about service. And it was because he had on a shirt that said, Daddy's Little Soldier. Now, my 5-year-old's dad passed away before he turned 2, but he loved wearing that shirt because his daddy was a soldier. And the woman said, do you want to be a soldier like your daddy? And he said, yeah. And I was like, oh. Or I'd like to be Spider-Man. And I was like, okay, whatever. So as we were moving up in line, I noticed that Alice was trying to get the attention of the associates. She kept asking them to stop, but they wouldn't stop because it was so busy in there. And nobody was helping Alice, and it shocked me. Alice was in a wheelchair. Alice was trying her best, but nobody was paying attention. So as she continued talking to my son, I finally leaned over and I said, well, sweetheart, what is it that you need? And she said, well, every year we get invited to a dinner. And my husband died last year, and this is the first time I'm going to attend the dinner without him. He always helps me pick out dresses, because it's like Alice in Wonderland. He always gave me these beautiful dresses. Well, now I'm here by myself. I had a stroke last year. I'm in this wheelchair. I need help picking out the dress. And I said, well, sweetie, I'll go help you pick out the dress. And she said, well, no, I don't want you to lose your place in line. And I said, well, this is way more important. So I left the line. We picked out her dress, a beautiful gold sequin dress, and I even told her, it's covered, don't worry about it. And me and Jeremy bought the dress for Alice, and we helped Alice out to her car. And I came back in, ready to stand in this long line again. My son was like, I'm ready to go! And I was like, no, you're getting these clothes now. So we got back in line again, and got to the front of the line, I would say a solid 90 minutes after we started talking to Alice and finishing everything. And we got to the front of the line, finally. And the young lady looked at us like we'd seen it, like she'd seen a ghost. She was like, it's you. And I was like, it's me. What's the matter? And she said, your clothes are paid for. Excuse me? And she said, well, there was a gentleman behind you in line, and he was so moved by the fact that you went and helped Alice that he bought a $200 gift card. So whatever it is you have in that basket, I'm pretty sure that it was covered. Of course, my son said, popcorn! And I was like, no, he's going to buy these. It's clothes shopping, honey. There's no. But it made me realize that if you forget about yourself for just a moment, and you focus on helping others, especially others that can't always help themselves, somehow God will end up blessing you in the end. Of course, I ended up buying the clothes for the person behind me. I don't know who they were, but I spent the money on my clothes. I purchased the clothes and paid it forward. The person behind me, I found out later, covered 2 people behind me. But as you think about duty and think about Memorial Day, think about serving others instead of serving yourself.